Hey everyone, Couch Investor back to another video for today. So this video will basically summarize yesterday's live stream. We did a live stream first time on this channel actually. We watched the Nvidia GTC Keynote from Jensen Huang, all the announcements. Obviously the video I know is extremely long, so I'll try and summarize all the major key points in this video. But before I do so, if you want to support me and this channel, this video is sponsored by Seeking Alpha. If you want to have a premium access to their services, there is a 50% discount. Link is down in the description and in the pinned comment. So why not try it out? So Nvidia, while in the short term, as I said many times on this channel, while in the short term, the stock might take a bigger hit and the company is not really in a very good position as we've seen the last quarter, as we've seen with that US-China tension. Short term, company might get hit even more. But the long-term thesis here is very important to know that long-term everything can change, but right now long-term thesis has not changed one bit for the company. The company is still the leader in many areas it operates in. The company has a couple of segments, for example, automotive, which right now, as we've seen the last quarter, is picking up again, something few did anticipate, including myself. So, what did they announce during that keynote? What were the key things that you should probably know if you're interested in Nvidia or if you're an Nvidia shareholder? So first up, we have the new GeForce RTX 4090 and 4080, very high performance GPU. It is huge increase graphics wise. As you can see here on the picture, this is Flight Simulator, and trust me, if you try to run that game on a normal PC, you would think your PC is the plane because that's how much noise it will make. Then they announced Nvidia Thor. It's the next generation super chip based on the Hopper GPU architecture paired with the Nvidia Grace CPU. Right now, a car, a smart car, let's say, has a couple of chips that needs to operate a couple of tasks. Well, in the future, it will be one super chip that does that. Now, you might ask, oh, so they'll sell one chip instead of four? Well, in the future, there'll be more and more smart cars anyways, so that compensates, plus the price can be higher. Does not mean there will be also fewer chips in the car as a whole. They then announced something called NVIDIA Drive Concierge, a complete in-vehicle infotainment system, as you can see here on the picture, basically like a cockpit in the car. And again, this is something a lot of cars will have. So being the leader in the industry, being the leader in that segment is obviously going to pay off in the long term. Now, yes, they also talked about their own, let's say, version of FSD, NVIDIA Drive. Again, when you look at the videos and compare it to Tesla beta testers for FSD, it looks really similar. But as I said during the live stream, the cars, you don't want your car to have couple of cameras on top of your roof, on the sides, because the car just doesn't look right. If you're a taxi driver, I wouldn't care because I don't care how a cab looks like. But my personal car, I would like it to look like a normal car, and that's obviously going to come in the future. Again, I don't believe FSD will be here in the near future. That's just my opinion. I think we're still far away from that, and even if it gets sold in the coming years, regulators will take their time to approve this nationwide or maybe even, I don't know, worldwide. Then we go into my favorite segment, which is obviously Omniverse. So Omniverse was already announced before. Omniverse Cloud was announced earlier this year as well. But now we have Omniverse Cloud and NVIDIA's graphics delivery network. So Omniverse Cloud is NVIDIA's complete suite of cloud services for people building out the future of the metaverse without the need for all that performance in the actual computer. New additions to the suite of services include the robotic simulation application NVIDIA Isaac Sim, as well as the autonomous vehicle simulation Drive Sim. Also, by the way, they mentioned countless times their partnerships with various companies. For example, AWS was mentioned a lot of times, and it's no surprise. That's why AWS is the number one cloud player in the world. Now, there were lots of more announcements out there, but I'll pick one that I thought was pretty interesting and probably going to have a huge impact in the future. And that's the two new large language models, the Nemo API for natural language AI application and BioNemo for applications in chemistry and biology. I don't know when, but they'll probably upload in the coming days snippets of those presentations, and trust me, you'll be mind blown. You don't have to understand everything they say there, because visually you just get the full picture. And learning how everything will work in the future, especially through watching those type of keynotes, is pretty interesting. And trust me, I'm not someone that's a professional in language models or whatever, but watching this, hearing them talk, seeing the models in real time. Obviously it's recorded, but you understand what I'm trying to say here. You try and you learn more and more. And to be honest, it's pretty impressive. Now, that was everything I wanted to share from that keynote. Short summary. Obviously, if I missed something, let me know down in the comments below. But let's have a quick look at how the stock is doing. So I'm here on Seeking Alpha. Again, link is down in the description below if you want 50% of your premium subscription, unlimited access to all the articles, some great research there, all the information you get here that is usually behind a paywall. You get it as well. It's 50% off, so why not try it out? So Nvidia right now, at the time of making this video, pre-market, it's down, not that much, but hey, no surprise there. Factor grades, valuation an F, growth C-, profitability A+, momentum D-, revisions D+. But it did look better not so long ago. Now, if we scroll down, we can look at right where they announced their earnings. We can see that momentum was C, then transformed into a D+, EPS revision D+ to a D-, and then an F. Then if we scroll down even more, go to the beginning of August, we can see it was much better. Growth B+, profitability is still the same, momentum B. Now valuation, obviously it was always an F, because even today it's still an F, because, well, it's not cheap, right? If, let's say, we look at their PE, for example, it's still very high. And that's normal because the stock went down, but so did the earnings. Now, yes, I already know that a couple of you will say, yeah, but just looking at the PE doesn't make really sense, especially not for a company like Nvidia that is still considered to be growing a lot year after year. I agree. But right now, because of the situation the company is in, it's something you do have to look at. Financials are going down because of the macro situation, because of the tension between the US and China. So this is something you want to look at, especially if you compare it to the likes of AMD, for example. There is a big difference there. Now, again, for the long term, Nvidia, the long-term thesis is still there. The company is still the leader in many segments it operates in. So there's no issue there. But for the short term, yes, maybe you might get it cheaper. Who knows? Is it because the stock will go down, or maybe the stock will stay the same, but financially, the financials earnings will become much better in the coming quarters? That's usually the best case scenario. Stock stays flat, financials get better, you get the company cheaper, and then eventually the stock will catch up. And obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. Did you watch the GTC event? What were your favorite parts? Let me know down in the comments below. Check the Seeking Alpha link in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.